Ego is cunning. It often disguises itself as ambition, confidence, or even passion. We might mistake its whispers for the drive to succeed, but there's a fine line between healthy ambition and destructive ego. True ambition propels us forward, pushing us to learn, grow, and achieve. Ego, on the other hand, seeks validation and recognition above all else. It thrives on comparison, often leading to envy, resentment, and a fear of failure. Imagine an athlete so focused on winning that they neglect teamwork and sportsmanship, or a musician more concerned with fame than with creating meaningful music. One of the most insidious aspects of ego is its ability to convince us that our worth is tied to external validation. We crave likes on social media, praise from our peers, and recognition from those we admire. We begin to measure our progress not by our own internal compass, but by the fickle winds of public opinion. This desire for validation can lead us down a dangerous path, causing us to prioritize appearances over authenticity and short-term gains over long-term fulfillment. We may find ourselves chasing trends, mimicking others, and compromising our own values in a desperate bid for approval. But true fulfillment cannot be found in the fleeting approval of others. It comes from within, from the quiet satisfaction of pursuing our passions with integrity and dedication. In a world saturated with noise and self-promotion, it can be tempting to believe that we need to constantly shout about our aspirations, to announce our every move on social media, and to seek validation for every step we take. But true power lies not in words, but in action. Think of the quiet confidence of a master craftsman who lets their work speak for itself, or the unwavering focus of an athlete in training, who blocks out all distractions to achieve their goals. These individuals understand that true progress is made through consistent effort, not empty boasts. Talking about our aspirations can be a form of procrastination, a way of delaying the hard work of actually bringing them to life. It allows us to feel like we're making progress without actually taking any real risks or putting in the necessary effort. In the pursuit of our aspirations, it's easy to become fixated on the end goal, on the moment of recognition when we finally achieve the success we crave. But this fixation on the destination can blind us to the beauty of the journey itself, to the lessons learned, the skills developed, and the growth we experience along the way. When we become overly attached to the outcome, we set ourselves up for disappointment. We risk becoming so focused on the prize that we fail to appreciate the process, and we may even be tempted to take shortcuts or compromise our values in a desperate bid for success. True fulfillment comes not from reaching the summit, but from the climb itself. It's about embracing the challenges, the setbacks, and the triumphs, knowing that each experience contributes to our growth and shapes us into the individuals we are meant to become. As we move from the stage of aspiration to the realm of action, we encounter a dangerous pitfall, the allure of empty words. It's tempting to get caught up in talking about our goals, our dreams, and our plans for the future. We may find ourselves boasting about our ambitions, seeking validation for our ideas, and basking in the fleeting admiration of those who haven't yet seen us put in the real work. Social media has amplified this tendency, providing us with endless platforms to broadcast our every thought and aspiration. But there's a difference between sharing our journey authentically and using words as a substitute for action. When we talk more than we do, we create a dangerous illusion of progress, fooling ourselves into believing that we're moving forward when we're actually standing still. Every time we talk about what we're going to do without taking concrete steps towards our goals, we add another layer of weight to the burden of unspoken potential. This weight can manifest as a nagging sense of dissatisfaction, a feeling that we're not living up to our own expectations. It can lead to frustration, self-doubt, and a fear of failure that keeps us trapped in a cycle of inaction. Imagine a writer who spends hours discussing their novel idea with friends, but can never seem to sit down and actually write the book. Or an entrepreneur who spends months crafting the perfect business plan, but never takes the leap to launch their venture. The longer we carry this weight of unspoken potential, the more it weighs us down, draining our energy and extinguishing our passion. If talk is the siren song of ego, then action is its antidote. It's in the doing, the striving, the pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones that we silence the insidious whispers of our egos and tap into our true potential. Action is the crucible in which our ideas are tested, our skills are honed, and our character is forged. When we take action, we shift our focus from ourselves to the task at hand. We become less concerned with how we appear to others and more invested in the process of creation, innovation, and growth. This outward focus allows us to silence the inner critic, to quiet the voice of self-doubt that can paralyze us with fear and indecision. Action is also the key to building true confidence. There's a quiet confidence that comes from doing the work, from putting in the hours, from facing our fears and emerging stronger on the other side. It's a confidence that doesn't need to be announced, boasted about, or validated by external sources. It simply is. This quiet confidence is evident in the demeanor of those who have dedicated themselves to their craft, their passion, or their purpose. They carry themselves with a sense of calm assurance, knowing that their actions speak louder than any words ever could. They don't need to brag about their accomplishments because their work speaks for itself. Section 1. The seduction of being. As we navigate the path of life, we encounter a fundamental fork in the road, a choice that will profoundly shape our relationship with ego, the choice between being and doing. It's easy to fall into the trap of defining ourselves by external markers of success, by titles, accolades, and possessions. We may be seduced by the allure of being someone important, someone influential, someone worthy of admiration and envy. This desire to be someone can manifest in various ways. We might chase prestigious job titles even if the work itself doesn't align with our passions. We might obsess over our social media image, crafting a carefully curated persona that bears little resemblance to our authentic selves. We might surround ourselves with status symbols, hoping to convince ourselves and others of our worth. The problem with defining ourselves by external validation is that it's a never-ending game. There will always be someone with a fancier title, a larger following, or a more impressive car. When our sense of self-worth is contingent on these external factors, we become slaves to the opinions of others, constantly seeking validation and approval. This pursuit of being someone can lead to a profound sense of emptiness. We may achieve the outward markers of success, yet still feel unfulfilled, disconnected from our true selves, and haunted by a nagging feeling that we're somehow not enough. The more we chase external validation, the further we stray from the path of authentic happiness and fulfillment. The true measure of success. True success is not measured by titles, possessions, or accolades. It's measured by the impact we have, the connections we forge, and the legacy we leave. It's about finding purpose, pursuing passions, and making a positive contribution. Focus on doing rather than being, and redefine success. The true measure of success is about the person we become along the way. Section 4. Finding purpose in doing. Finding purpose in doing requires us to connect with our passions. What are we naturally drawn to? What do we love to do even when no one is watching? What problems are we passionate about solving? These are the clues that can guide us towards a life of purpose. Once we've identified our passions, it's important to take action. We must take concrete steps towards making them a reality. This requires us to be courageous and embrace failure as growth. Finding purpose in doing is not always easy. It involves hard work, dedication, and perseverance. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt, but it's in adversity that we discover our true strength. The rewards of finding purpose in doing are immeasurable. We tap into a deep well of energy, motivation, and fulfillment. We experience a sense of purpose that transcends external validation. We become more resilient, compassionate, and grateful. True success lies in doing something that matters. Section 1. Taming the Ego, Unleashing Your Potential. As we've explored the treacherous terrain of ego throughout this journey, one crucial message emerges. Ego is not inherently evil, but it requires constant vigilance and skillful management. It's a powerful force that can propel us to great heights or lead us astray, depending on how we choose to wield it. Remember the aspiring artist, consumed by the need for validation? By taming their ego, by focusing on the joy of creation rather than the pursuit of recognition, they can unlock their true artistic potential and share their unique gifts with the world. Think back to the entrepreneur, burdened by the weight of unspoken potential. By shifting their focus from talking to doing, from seeking approval to taking action, they can transform their dreams into reality and make a tangible impact on the world. Each stage of life, from aspiration to success and even failure, presents unique opportunities for ego to rear its deceptive head. But by understanding the seductive nature of ego, by recognizing its various disguises, and by embracing the antidotes of humility, action, and purpose, we can break free from its grasp and unleash our true potential. Section 2. The Ongoing Journey of Self-Mastery. Taming the ego is not a destination. It's an ongoing journey of self-mastery. It's a process of continuous learning, reflection, and course correction. There will be moments when we stumble, when the whispers of ego resurface, tempting us with promises of easy validation and shortcuts to success. But it's in these moments that we must remind ourselves of the lessons we've learned. We must reconnect with our core values, our passions, and our purpose. We must silence the inner critic, embrace the power of humility, and refocus on the joy of the journey. Self-awareness is our greatest ally in this ongoing battle. By cultivating a deep understanding of our own motivations, strengths, and weaknesses, we can identify the triggers that activate our egos and develop strategies for managing them effectively. Remember, self-mastery is not about striving for perfection, but about embracing the messy, imperfect, and ultimately human process of growth. It's about learning from our mistakes, celebrating our victories, and approaching each new challenge with a spirit of curiosity and determination. Section 3. Embrace the power within. The journey of taming the ego is ultimately a journey of self-discovery. It's about shedding the layers of external validation, societal expectations, and self-doubt that prevent us from fully embracing who we are and what we're capable of achieving. As we learn to manage our egos, we tap into a wellspring of inner strength, resilience, and creativity that we never knew we possessed. We discover the freedom that comes from living a life aligned with our values, pursuing our passions with authenticity, and using our unique gifts to make a positive impact on the world. Remember, you are not defined by your accomplishments, your possessions, or the opinions of others. You are defined by the choices you make, the actions you take, and the impact you have on the world around you. Embrace the power within you to live a life of purpose, integrity, and fulfillment. Tame your ego, unleash your potential, and step boldly into the world, knowing that you have the power to create the life you envision for yourself and to make a difference in the lives of others. The journey begins now.